Alrighty guys, what is going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. I hope everyone is doing good out there. Let me go ahead and see real quickly. Okay, we're using the right microphone. I wanted to double check because my program was doing some funky stuff here a minute ago. But what's up everybody? Hope everyone's doing good. Glad to have you all. Today, no severe weather thankfully. But that's all going to change again tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day of severe weather. Starting off across portions here of these areas. Most of the yellow is at the biggest risk here for tomorrow. So East Texas, portions here of Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi. Pretty big day, really Thursday, Friday. So we'll keep an eye on it. Anyways, my friends, let's go ahead and give a warm welcome to everybody here. Let's go ahead and see. Welcome everybody who's not chatting, and obviously the people who are chatting. Welcome to Crystal, Mark, Gabriel, Misty. We have ourselves Quiet. We have Angelina. We have iFunny. We have ourselves Kenneth. Let's see here. Matthew, Kyle, Brandon, Leon, Wolfgamer, Jamie, Tom, Ponderosa, Josie. Let's see here. Darren, Mass VR, Michael, Tash. Let's see here. Who else we got hanging out with us? I know there's a couple other names I probably haven't touched up on. MP's here. What's up, dude? And everybody else. Hope everyone's doing good. Glad to have y'all here once again for another weather update. Things are, like I said, we just got done with that big severe weather event, and another one's already starting overall. Let's see here. What's up, guys? So what about tomorrow? I live in Arkansas. I gotta go to sleep, so I need to know that really fast. So Arkansas tomorrow, like I said, we have ourselves a level 2 threat for tomorrow across the central and southern side of the state. Let me bring you over here to the actual SBC's page because I can quickly shift throughout the risks and stuff like that. So when it comes to it, let's go and zoom in a little bit. So yeah, this is tomorrow's risk there. We have 2 levels of severity. So like I said, if you don't know how the table works, there's a scale from 1 to 5. 5 being like the worst potential for severe weather, and 1 being kind of the low end bare minimum threat for severe weather. Now obviously there is still a threat of severe weather and any risk. But anyway, so we have ourselves a level 1 threat across the dark green. So those areas, a stray severe thunderstorm is possible, but the odds are really not in your favor. When it comes to, let's see here. When it comes to the areas here across the yellow, like East Texas, portions here of like Louisiana, southwestern Mississippi, central southern Arkansas, we have ourselves a slight risk, which is a level 2 threat. So this is the area we definitely need to look out there for tomorrow. Now, tornado probability is there. We got another threat for tornadoes tomorrow across the regions. The biggest areas that is in the risk for tornadoes, some pretty populated areas like Baton Rouge, Shreveport, Little Rock, Arkansas, Jackson, Mississippi, Tyler, Texas area. You guys have the greatest tornado potential for tomorrow. So obviously the way this works is every 25 miles, say for example, let me bring up my pen here so I can actually to draw here. But let me kind of explain this a little bit. So basically, let's say we live right there. So within 25 miles of that dot, there's a 5% chance a tornado could drop somewhere in that region of 25 miles. Doesn't mean it'll be directly over you, but overall 5% chance of seeing a tornado within that region. So if you add up all those 25-mile boxes together, that makes up this whole 5% region. The odds, if you think about it, are pretty decent that we could see tornadoes, because there's a lot of 25-mile grid-like boxes that could fit in this 5% region. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. And so that's what I'm saying. So the overall threat is probably greater than 5%. It is greater than 5% of seeing a tornado in general, but for a specific area, it's a 5% chance. Okay, so does that make sense? So that's what's going on there. Now, not only is tornadoes a problem tomorrow, also damaging winds. The highest probability is 15% chance. So basically, we're seeing damaging wind gusts, possibly getting up to about maybe 60 miles per hour. So winds peaking in thunderstorms, possibly up to 60. Maybe worst case scenario, 70 mile per hour wind gusts. Can't be, impossible, but very unlikely. Mostly we're going to range around the 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Now, hail on the other side, hail is also a problem. Hail is also a concern here. Whenever it comes to it, we have a 15% chance as well, basically seeing potential for hail an inch in diameter or larger. Could theoretically happen. So look out there for the potential there of some hail as well. So yeah, all hazards tomorrow, man. Tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds. Tornadoes, damaging winds, large hail here. So pretty good potential for all of those. So you can see the greatest potential actually is damaging winds, followed by tornadoes, and actually, well, statistically speaking, damaging winds and hail are the biggest concerns, but the potential impact, tornadoes are obviously the most impactful. So tornadoes are definitely a concern as well. Anyways, what's up, Rhonda? Hope you're doing good. But yeah, we're going to work our way over here to the day 3 outlook. So this is actually a risk that the SPC has put out as well. Now, obviously, day 3, this is for Friday, by the way, guys. Friday is going to be the biggest day. And as you can kind of see, I mean, it's covering some of the relative same areas as the last severe weather event we just had yesterday and the day before. We had a pretty big severe weather event, and there was unfortunately some big issues with tornadoes yesterday. I was thankful to be there to cover it. But we have another threat for it. Okay, we have another threat here for it. Friday, I think, is going to be the biggest tornado potential day, the biggest severe weather potential day in general. Now, the big difference between this event and last event is that areas up towards the Ohio Valley, like Kentucky and Tennessee, are included in this one. So if you live out there for basically central western Tennessee, you're at risk, in a level 1 threat per se, but you're still at risk for the threat of a potential couple severe thunderstorms. Now, obviously, you might have noticed the third shade, the enhanced region. This is our level 3 out of 5. Now, this is where things start to get very serious, okay? Whenever it comes to it, we have an enhanced risk. That means that things are going to be potentially pretty crazy regarding severe weather. For example, the last yesterday when we had those crazy storms, it was also an enhanced risk, a level 3 threat, just like how we have it here for obviously Friday. So Friday's the big day. Thursday, being tomorrow, is when it starts. I do plan on coverage tomorrow, so we will be live here tomorrow for coverage. Obviously, tomorrow's threat, once again, if you're just joining, will be across more of the western, southeastern states, kind of towards the southern plains out by Texas, like I said, Louisiana, Mississippi, portions here of Arkansas, Oklahoma. Has a little bit of a severe weather threat. And like I said, tomorrow I will be live for that. So I'm still not sure what time, but we'll figure that out tomorrow. And of course, when it comes to it here, like I said, Friday, yeah, we got to be on the lookout there for that. And then after that, potential is too low, basically saying that the chances for severe weather is not expected. And obviously, we go further down in time. Predictability too low means it's just too hard to forecast right now. But anyways, so that's that. That's that. Let's see here. Have a good night, Andrew. Everyone, I'm tired. I see you later, Brad. Thanks for joining, man. Thanks for joining, my friend. But anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on. I do want to hop you guys over here to the models. We're going to take a look here down in the south. We're going to pull up the HRRR model because not only, I'm sure you guys probably have heard about this, not only is there a threat for severe weather, but there's also a big winter weather situation as well. Let me bring down the 18 Zulu run because I have to further this here. But there's also a big winter weather potential as well. As you can see right here, a pretty decent sized winter storm. Let me actually edit that real quickly. Hold on, I tuned it very fine, so let me actually fix that real quickly. Let's see here. I think it was under radar settings. Wait, hold on a minute. What did I do? Uh-oh, I think I broke it. Hold on. I did something to it. I know that's not right. Anyways, well, I mean, there you go. So there's a lot of heavy snow expected for portions of the Midwest. We'll talk accumulations here in a moment, but we're going to see some snow roll across, like central, southern, or central portions here of the states, like portions like Nebraska, Kansas, Iowa, especially Wisconsin, Chicago, and so on. And you can actually see here that line of storms starts tomorrow. Actually, hold on a minute. Yeah, this starts late tomorrow from what it looks like. So we're going to have to be live late according to HRRR. It really shows that line of storms you can kind of see there across Texas firing off actually really late. I mean, we're talking like 11 p.m. I mean, it's going to be very late by the time these storms fire off. And then they obviously continue overnight. And then, of course, the big threat would continue eastward. That's where the model ends there. But yeah, we'll definitely need to be live. So I plan on doing coverage late at night. That seems to be definitely a thing. Let's see here. Angel, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it, my friend. Let's look at the NAM. I obviously want to see the difference between the models. Obviously, it's never good to look at one model, as we always say. It's good to browse all the potential opinions here. So there you go. There's the big picture. I mean, look at that thing. Pretty crazy. Let's turn on the radar and satellite there. So obviously we approach. You guys can see the time just above me if you guys want to follow along. This is an Eastern time, by the way. If you all live out in the Central time zone, just subtract an hour from the time shown, and that's how you get your current time. Anyway, so what's going to be happening here? Actually, there's a bit of snow already popping off across Iowa. I can even show you that right now. On the current radar view. Let's go ahead and hop over there right now. So there is a bit of snow already popping off across Iowa. This is a live weather radar. Actually, Des Moines, Iowa is getting ready to get hit by a pretty strong band of snow. So if you live out there in Des Moines, well, there you go. You got a bit of snow heading your way. And a little bit of accumulation definitely is expected out of this little bit of snow rolling through. But that's not it. There's more. There's a lot more coming to this area here. Anyways, but yeah, let's hop on back here to model. So like I said, yeah, a bit of snow popping off across these regions. I mean, it lines up at the time, 9 p.m. right now, Eastern. So looks pretty good. But then we work our way down here further in time. So as we approach basically tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, you guys can see how we start to get a really big bulky area of snow that starts to develop. So this is the main system that's going to really start cranking tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Also, like I said, that's whenever severe weather and stuff like that really kind of starts to spark across, central Texas and stuff. It's late tomorrow. But yeah, so obviously a lot of snow there for Kansas, Nebraska, the Dakotas, really coming down, expected to come down here really heavy for basically the morning of the 12th. This would be for right around 3 a.m. Central Time at this point. So really heavy snowfall. And of course, according to this model, it keeps, honestly, it's pretty crazy because it keeps, a lot of the areas here towards Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio relatively in rain, but look at this. It instantly transfers to snowfall as we approach the evening, as the sun starts to go down, things start to cool off a little bit. That will start to allow for that to happen. But now, so that's with the snowfall. That's the timing with the snowfall and stuff like that. So obviously the people that should be watching out for this includes, obviously the Ohio Valley, a lot of these areas roughly needs to watch out there for the snowstorm. But let's see what the model has for the South. So we're going to zoom down here for a moment. So when it comes to it, so like we were talking about, even according to this model, this one actually has it very much later. Has all that severe thunderstorm activity, that severe weather threat really starts to kick off here. It looks like a lot later than what the HRRR is showing. This is showing 4 a.m. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not really sure what time I'm going to go live tomorrow. I mean, it could be very early. I want to be here for the potential of tornadoes at nighttime because it seems like that's going to be the threat. It'll carry on into the morning time here, as you can see, and working its way towards Alabama around like 1 p.m. or so, right around the afternoon. The severe weather threat should be out of Texas by 7 a.m. according to this model, but, as mentioned, it looks like, it looks like that the the timing and stuff like that is unknown. Here's another model, really shows that storms popping off around 1, 2 a.m. So kind of hopping all over the place with whenever storms fire off here. But when they do, we will be live to cover them. So don't, you won't be going unwarned or anything like that. So we got you covered there. Let's see here. There's a winter storm watch for all of that already. There is. Yeah, sure is. There might even be some warnings by now, actually, in effect. Let's see. Let me look at that real quickly. We can pull up the warnings. Oh, yep, there is some warnings in there. Yep, there you go. Winter storm warnings are just now being issued. I probably need to make that look a little. It looks a little weird there. So East Nebraska. I believe that includes like Lincoln, if I'm not mistaken, or Omaha. Sorry, Omaha. Yep, Omaha, Nebraska. I think Lincoln is in it too. Maybe. Yeah, Lincoln's included. Lincoln's that last county right there. So Lincoln, Omaha, Nebraska are under winter storm warnings now. And you can see those watches, how they cross literally through northern Illinois, the extreme northern Indiana here, a lot of Michigan, a lot of central southern Wisconsin, the entire state of basically Iowa at this point, except for literally one county in Iowa is left out here. Let's see here. Christy, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, my friend. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Let's see, Pine going to get hit again. We had 2 tornadoes in St. Pete. Oh, okay. I don't know, is it Pineless? Let me plug this in real quickly. But thank you for the 5. That's greatly appreciated, my friend. Is it the park? Oh, out there by St. Petersburg? Gotcha. So here's the thing, my friend. We do have a threat for severe weather for that area. Now, the good news is the threat is actually a little bit lower than yesterday's threat. So meanwhile, there is still a threat for severe weather. There's no breakdown for tornado probability. They have that hatched, by the way. I just wanted to mention that. That basically means that we could have significant severe thunderstorms. But there's no breakdown between tornadoes, damaging winds, large hail. They only have that for the first 2 outlook days, so for the day of and the next day. They don't have it for day 3, which day 3 would be the day of the big impacts. We'll learn more about that tomorrow, the specific probabilities. But it wouldn't be more than 2%. It wouldn't be more than a 2% tornado threat, which is less of a threat than what we've seen yesterday. So it shouldn't be as bad. It should not be as bad, my friend, which is good. But obviously, areas up north, that's a different story. It could be just as bad. So we'll see how that plays through. But yeah, for that area specifically, though, should be fine. The chances of you getting a severe thunderstorm is practically pretty low. Jill says, holy cow, again. It is. It is again, unfortunately. Let's see here. How's Northwest Alabama looking Friday? So Northwest Alabama, it depends on how Northwest you're talking. I mean, if you're, the extreme northwestern side is in a marginal level 1 threat, which is, a stray severe thunderstorm is possible. Obviously the probability of you getting a lot of severe weather is, still pretty low. But it is a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. And it kind of shows that a line, that's kind of the mode here, is just a long line of storms rolling through that we call a QLCS, or squall line, most people know it as. This would be happening probably pretty early, too. This would be probably, according to the HRRR. Now, timing with this event, I can already tell you, is a little iffy with the storms, but this would be passing through, that cold front would be passing through right around maybe 10 a.m. or so. It would be basically late morning, I'm thinking, maybe early afternoon, mid to late morning, early afternoon. I'd just give it a pretty broad gap in between, because models are still having a bit of trouble with the timing of the storms in general, but that's that. That's that. Let's see here. Jim, dude, coming with a $2 super chat, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. Appreciate you keeping people informed, dude. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for the $2, my friend. First donation, too, from Jim, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, me and Jim go way back. I'm pretty sure that was, I'm pretty sure that's the same Jim that was on my Gary's My server when I was a kid. Holy cow, dude. Thanks, Jim. I appreciate it, man. Let's see here. Let's see, Wolfgamer says, I'm in the enhanced risk in Georgia. I just hope I'm home for work before it hits. Hopefully you will be, Wolfgamer. Like I said, obviously, we'll be live for the event here. So obviously, we'll be here to give out warnings and stuff like that as they come through. As they come through, we'll be able to give out those warnings and stuff. So that in itself is, that'll be good. Okay, guys, let's talk snow accumulations. Now, like I said, not only is winter weather going to be a big problem on this storm here, Let's talk those accumulations, though. How about that? Because, things are going to be accumulating pretty heavily. So let me go ahead and turn off radar, all that stuff real quickly. Turn off the video and Outlook, and then we'll go ahead and switch on over here. Once again, Jim, thanks, man. I appreciate that a lot. It's very sweet of you. All right, so here's accumulation. So this is the official accumulations here from the National Weather Service. Now, when it comes to accumulations, they're pretty hefty. So we're going to start off there with Nebraska. Eastern Nebraska, I mean, look at this. We're talking Omaha area, expecting around 8 inches. So obviously 6 to 10 inches would be a good margin to go off of because, just giving it a bit of wiggle room. You can't expect an exact number because, we're not that good at forecasting quite yet. I don't even know if we'll ever be that good at forecasting in order to, be able to pinpoint an exact amount of snow. So that's why we give it a range. Worst case scenario, best case scenario, 6 to 10 inches. Is kind of what we're expecting across those regions. So not bad, not bad. Lincoln a little bit less. Snowfall does cut off just a tad, a little bit more to the west here, as you can see. Portions out there by like Lexington, maybe 1 to 3 inches or so. But look at this. So things really start to get crazy once we work our way up here towards like Iowa and stuff. Yeah, Chicago, according to the latest, could see about a foot. Chicago could see about a foot of snow. Maybe a little more, depending on where you're at. It seems like the northern side of Chicago, North Chicago, has the greatest potential for the most heaviest snowfall out of Chicago in general. We work our way over here towards, Wisconsin, Milwaukee area. Look at that. Possibly nearly 17 inches of snowfall. That's a lot of snow. That is definitely a lot of snow. Like I said, maybe 15 to 20 inches. Pretty good amount of snowfall for those areas there. But look at this. Look what happens when we work our way into northern Michigan. According to the, remember, this is the expected amounts. This is not the high-end amounts. The high-end amounts, the low probability high-end amounts, worst-case scenario amounts are higher than this. But this is showing 20 inches nearly in some portions of northeastern Michigan. Crazy, a lot amount of snow out there. So, and obviously we have places like, northern Ohio, maybe 2 to 4 inches across some regions. Northern Indiana could get pretty hefty. Let's see here, Indianapolis here, about maybe 1 to 3 inches out there. Fort Wayne area, about maybe, 3 to 6 inches of a good possibility. Cleveland, Ohio, maybe 3 to 6 inches as well if you're lucky. Let's see here. When it comes to areas out there by like St. Louis, just kind of listing off some big cities here, about maybe 1 to 3 inches if you're lucky. Same thing for Kansas City, about 1 to 3 inches. Omaha, like I said, 6 to 10 inches. Des Moines, Iowa, I'd say about 6 to 10 inches as well. And so on. Like I said, Chicago, though, yeah, Chicago's expecting about a foot of snow. But yeah, so that in itself is pretty crazy, based off of those accumulations. Now, the snow will continue into the northeast as well. Obviously, as we approach areas out there by like, Syracuse, we do have I have a viewer that lives in this one pocket that always gets a heck of a lot amount of snow. Syracuse, though, about 1 to 3 inches. That could easily change, I think, honestly. Buffalo, maybe 3 to 6 inches being a good possibility overall. And of course, this does lead up into Maine and all that stuff down in time. So definitely is a pretty good amount of snowfall. Definitely is a good amount of snowfall. Let's see here. What's up, Catman? Hope you're doing good, dude. Let's see. My local weather service down in Dothan, Alabama mentioned possible snow flurries next Tuesday, Wednesday during the nighttime hours. Tuesday, Wednesday? What, like next Tuesday, Wednesday? That's a while. That's a while to go from now. I mean, it's literally, what, Wednesday now? That's like, yeah, expect that to change, my friend. I hate to ruin I hate to ruin it, but if it's that far out, man, it's a little difficult to forecast for that. What about New York? Gotcha. So New York City is going to be probably left bone dry with snow. I'm not expecting much out there, but like I said, New York State, it's very up and down across New York State, as you can tell. I mean, Buffalo area seems to be pretty confident in about, maybe 3 to 6 inches out there. And then, of course, more east we go, you can see how it localizes, some of these areas here, maybe like 1 to 3 inches. And then it picks up again up in northern North Carolina there. What about Minnesota? So Minnesota, same thing. It really picks up in the southern and northern sides. I mean, Not a whole lot for northern Minnesota. Duluth picks up a bit though. But for the extreme northern side of Minnesota here, I mean, 2 to 4 inches possibility. Minneapolis, though, about 2 to 4 inches as well. But look at this, southeast by Rochester, about 8 inches, so 6 to 10 inches across those regions. And I mean, the further southeast you go from there, the more heavier the accumulations do get across those regions. So that's that. Let me actually bring up the models. I really want to look at the individual models here. It's obviously a good thing to do when weather forecasting here. So let's go ahead and look at the individual models and see what they say for snow accumulations. Because, at this point, with the snow beginning tomorrow and really cranking in through Thursday, at this point, snow on the models is reasonable. It is reasonable at this time. So let's see what they have to say. Let's zoom in here just a little bit. We're just going to keep it on this view here. But let me go ahead and do that real quickly. I do want to log in real quickly. Hold on. There we go. Anyways, forecast loop, and we'll go ahead and zoom out just a tad bit. Here we go. Okay, so let's hop down to winter weather accumulations. We'll do 10 to 1 ratio. So when it comes to accumulations, there's the GFS. So yeah, let me go ahead and first mention, this is the American Long Range Model. Showing the accumulations and stuff like that. So northern Illinois, yeah, well over a foot. So basically where you see, we just got a snow squall warning for Des Moines, Iowa that just got issued. We'll get to that here in a second. But we have ourselves, the maroon color. This color here is basically saying that we're expecting about 12 plus inches. So in that region, 12, basically over a foot across that region is possible. Basically 5 plus inches across this line here. So this is 5 plus, and then all this other stuff's about like 2 to 4, regardless. So that is, that is that. That's what's going on with that. So, and of course, the Northeast has a few localized sectors that could potentially, could potentially get over a foot in some areas. But that's just one model. So let's just keep it at that. I'm going to keep that 1 foot margin highlighted there because I want to see the differences between the models. So let's pull up the European model now. So this is the ECMWF. So European shows, it shows that foot line a bit more to the east, but still has areas like Chicago in that foot plus margin. Also western and northern portions here of Michigan, over a foot of snow being quite likely. Both the models actually support that, which is a good indicator. So, we're having some pretty solid agreement there for these areas anyways, that a foot of snow or more could be possible. Could be possible. So that's definitely good. That's definitely good news. So we'll highlight those areas. So far, these areas between these lines here, that is where we're very confident of basically 12 plus inches of snow. Now we do have other models. We have the GDPS, which this is the Canadian. This is the Canadian model. Now the Canadian model has actually a lot different of an opinion. This is obviously not what the two other models are showing. They show most of the areas here not seeing that. They actually show that region a potential, 12 plus inches being a bit more south, as you can see, for these areas here. Possibly more down into like north central Indiana, northwestern Ohio. So it's definitely interesting. Definitely interesting there. And of course we still have the localized sectors here up in the northeast possibly getting up to 12 plus inches or so, but overall, I mean, yeah, man, we're looking pretty good there. Now what I do want to do real quickly, we do have a blend of models. I want to zoom in towards Chicago. Chicago, I'm actually pretty curious for you guys. Curious to see, because it looks like Chicago seriously has good potential on this storm here. So if anybody lives out in Chicago, this could be the one. This could be one of the big ones this year. So watch out there for it if you live in Chicago. So Chicago, according to the blend here, shows about a half a foot. Now this one's more conservative. Obviously doesn't show as heavy snowfall usually. It's a blend of models, so it takes the light accumulations and the heavy accumulations. It kind of blends them, mix them together. But that's not always accurate. So we have the GFS model, which obviously is one of the main models. And this model shows, as you can see, like 15 inches of snowfall out there by Chicago, which that's pretty hefty. And of course the European model here as well, shows 14 inches. So anybody, if you know anybody who lives Like I said, if you know anybody who lives up in the Chicago area, just give them a heads up. Be like, hey, man, you might get a foot of snow. Come here for now. The timing of this would be actually between it looks like between Friday and into Saturday. Most of it's going to fall Friday, but yeah, between Friday and Saturday for areas out there in Chicago is kind of what we're talking about there. So, anyways, what's up, Misty? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Let's see, winds for Georgia. Okay, let's look at the winds. I guess you're talking about as that system rolls through the south. Now, with the severe thunderstorms we were talking about down in the south, out there by Georgia and all that fun stuff, there could be some wind gusts, possibly 70 plus miles an hour in terms of wind gusts from the storm itself. But if you're just talking like, normal wind gusts, their normal speed and stuff like that. Let me pull this up real quickly. Let me look at the European model. Okay, yeah, it definitely could be, wow, look at that, very windy. So this is for basically late the 12th, which is Friday, I believe, I think. So tomorrow's Thursday the 11th. Okay, so yeah, for Friday. So late Friday, we could be getting like areas out there in Alabama, maybe central, northern Alabama, could be gusting 40, 50, maybe 60 mile per hour wind gusts locally. Very windy, yet again, for these areas here. Like I said, we literally just had a similar system roll through yesterday and the day before. And so obviously, you said like Georgia, I mean, easily 40 plus mile an hour wind gusts could be possible. So that's, yeah, that in itself is pretty crazy, pretty windy out there. Now that's one model. Let me look at the GFS too. Obviously, it's good to look at more than one model, opinion with that, but, I don't see a problem with that not being, basically the same thing from the other models. Now this one shows it a little bit more later, a little bit more earlier there. For the late 12th. But yeah, still showing 40, 50, 60 max wind gusts being a possibility. Definitely is pretty hefty. So keep it out there for that. Also, temperatures with this with this line here, you're going to see a lot of warm temperatures. We're going to get a warm front driving a lot of warm air up into the southeast. So it's going to be quite a warm day Friday, but then it's going to quickly cool down. But the freezing line basically for the night of the 13th, or the morning of the 13th, I should say, the night of the 12th. This is where we're going to have the freezing line, according to the GFS. It could really get close to the Gulf states here. Let's see here. Callie, coming up with a $5 super chat, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Saying hello from California. Well, hello from Florida. Quite a ways away. So thanks for breaking things down for me and keep me engaged in Mother Nature. You're very welcome. No problem, my friend. Like I said, I'm glad to be here. Glad to help out. And I appreciate it. Thank you for the 5. That's very generous of you. That's very sweet. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Callie. Once again, very sweet of you. But yeah, so those temperatures are definitely going to cool down quite a bit here. I want to see what the main model, the blend here. The blend is obviously a good model to look at for temperatures. We're going to be seeing a real nasty cool down for the north, especially. I mean, look at this. This is not wind chills. This is actual temperatures, according to the GFS. I mean, we're seeing these temperatures get down into the negatives across these areas here. I mean, this is basically a sub-zero for these areas. So that's your sub-zero line. Now, this would be for the morning of the 14th. This would be for basically the late 13th, the night of the 13th into the morning of the 14th. Pretty crazy. Very cold. Very cold. But yeah, some areas near negative 30. Obviously, the coolest is going to be up there towards, like obviously upper elevations towards like Montana. Some localized spots, could definitely get near 30 or negative 30 and stuff like that. So pretty cold. Very, very cold. So expect those temperatures to really cool down then. Let's see the blend. That's what I wanted to look at, because the blend obviously blends all the main models, or a lot of the main models together, to achieve a common ground with the temperatures. But yeah, once again, you can see how things get gnarly. Look at that. That is for the, let's see. Okay, no, yeah, this is for the morning of the 14th again. The morning of the 14th. So let me go ahead and show you all something. So the freezing line. So basically where you're, above freezing and below freezing, all of these areas and up is in that freezing temperatures. So these are all freezing. So everything above here, everything above this line is freezing at this time. So pretty, definitely pretty cold. Now we actually have a sub-zero line. So basically this line here, this right here, my friends, that is where our sub-zero line is. That's basically where we're seeing, 0 degrees Fahrenheit and lower. Now, remember, this is not wind chills. This is actual temperatures. This is your, your dry bulb temperature, is what we call it, or your ambient temperature. This is literally the temperatures here for the morning of the 14th, late 13th. Look at this. And remember, this is the blend, so this is somewhat reasonable to trust. And we're seeing still negative 30 pockets across like Montana. Mostly the Midwest here, upper Midwest, Iowa and stuff like that could be like in the negative 10s. Very cold Arctic air coming down to these regions here. Chris says the weather has been very nuts last week or so. I mean, it's been really since January started, I should say, is whenever weather really took a downturn. It's been very crazy, man. It's been a very, very crazy, last couple of days for sure. Let's see. What about Tennessee? For severe weather. Now, Tennessee does have a risk. We're going to go ahead and back off from the temperatures here, y'all. We're going to talk more about the severe weather potential. We've been talking a lot about the winter, so let's go ahead and shift gears over here. So here's the severe weather potential for Friday. So Friday, once again, we have an enhanced risk, a level 3 out of 5 threat, which is the same threat we had yesterday for those crazy storms. Same level overall, so pretty similar situation expected. Now, when it comes to it here, like I said, obviously Tennessee, you guys are not in the big threats. You're actually in the lowest severe weather threat possible. Now, that does not mean get your guards down for any potential severe weather, because you're still in a severe weather threat after all. So you're still at risk for severe weather across these areas here. So mostly for western and central, some of eastern Tennessee. Is at risk for severe weather here for Friday. This would be for Friday, okay? Now, right now, like I said, for Friday, there is no breakdown on the exact percentages for tornadoes, damaging winds, and hail, but I do think all three of them will be a big concern. I think tornadoes and damaging winds, yet again, is going to be the number one concern out of this event here. But yeah, that's for overall areas. But for Tennessee, honestly, I would definitely say that damaging winds would likely, from some of the soundings I pulled earlier. I was browsing the models for a while today. And I think damaging winds is going to be one of the main problems for Tennessee. If we get if we get any crazy storms out there, it would be mostly wind damage. Let's see here. But yeah, so that's that. So I do think the highest tornado threat on Friday will be down in southeast Alabama. Yeah, honestly, I do think it'll be somewhere between southwest Georgia and Alabama. Let me bring up the models here. I was actually browsing them a little bit ago. So in this in particular frame, I was watching the winds at the lower elevations of the atmosphere. Not quite on the ground level, but about 4,000 feet up, which we call the lower levels of the atmosphere. And on those lower level winds, we are seeing very strong lower level winds, and that's actually a really big thing for tornadoes. You got to have some immense amounts of lower level winds across your lower atmosphere in order to really crank off potential for tornadoes. Now we also look at the instability, which is simply the thunderstorm go-go juice. It's the thunderstorm fuel. Essentially. So this is basically measuring how much energy we have in the atmosphere for potential thunderstorms, and we have enough. I honestly think I really think that potential enhanced risk could get shifted down into more of Florida. I think it could. This is my opinion, by the way. I think it possibly could go towards the Panhandle. In some areas, it's theoretically possible. Let's see here. Hold on. It's theoretically possible, so we'll see. Obviously, we'll see how models trend and all that stuff. But ingredients-wise, I was looking at soundings earlier too. Ingredients-wise, I mean, everything lines up for tornado potential. I mean, it looks very probable of seeing tornadoes and stuff like that. So we'll definitely be on the lookout there for that. Now remember, this is also for Friday. So this is the big day's Friday. We do have a threat tomorrow that we're going to cover as well. Tomorrow, starting out, we have a slight risk, which is a level 2 severe weather threat. Level 3 for Friday, level 2 for Thursday or tomorrow. And the level 2 threat overall, James, thanks for subscribing, man. The level 2 threat overall, even though it is on a lower scale, it is still a good potential for severe weather. So tornado probability tomorrow, we have a 5% chance of seeing tornadoes, which is a decent tornado threat. At 5%, I consider a decent tornado threat. So the greatest probabilities of seeing tornadoes is across the Brown. So basically eastern Texas, out by, let's see, there's Texarkana, I think, is in upper... Isn't Texarkana the one in the northeast side? Yep, Texarkana. So areas like Texarkana, areas here north of Houston, by the way. We also have some pretty popular areas like Baton Rouge, Shreveport, Little Rock, Arkansas, Jackson, Tyler, Texas. Yeah, some of those areas in pretty good threat for tornadoes tomorrow. Like I said, 5% chance. And like I said, the way I explain this here is that, for example, if say I lived right there. Okay, so say that was my spot where I lived. Within 25 miles of that black dot I put, there's a 5% chance a tornado could drop somewhere in that box. Now, if you add a grid-like pattern, if you add up all those boxes together, that makes up this 5% region. That is a lot of 25-mile boxes that could fit in that 5% region. So at that point, the tornado probability overall of seeing tornadoes is greater than 5%. Just for one given area, it is a 5% risk. So, the probability of us seeing a tornado tomorrow is greater than 5%. I can't give an exact percentage, but it's greater. Obviously, the bigger the risk area is and the higher probability, the more likelihood we're going to see tornadoes overall. So that's something to look out there for. That is definitely something to look out there for. Of course, like I said, on top of that as well, damaging winds, 15% chance. One of the main concerns is as that line of storms pushes through, there's going to be the potential of some damaging wind gusts, possibly getting up to maybe 60, at worst 70 mile per hour wind gusts. There's your line right there, according to HRRR. This is for the really early morning tomorrow, too, or I should say really early morning for Saturday. We're going to have to be up, early morning for Friday, sorry. We're going to have to be up late tomorrow night, again, into the morning of, obviously into the morning here of Friday. I do plan on being live again for Friday as well, but we're going to have to because the potential for nighttime tornadoes, again, is a problem, and all that stuff. And, as this line progresses eastward overall, so, we'll definitely be here. Definitely will be here, but also not on top of that, also a hail threat as well. 15% chance here for some hail, possibly exceeding 1 inch in diameter, being possible out there. So that is that. Let me go ahead and hop over here to the radar real quickly. I do want to do a little bit of I do want to show you guys this. Here recently, we did just get ourselves a snow squall warning that just got issued for Des Moines, Iowa. This was here about for about 10-15 minutes or so. Snow squall warning for Des Moines. Let's see here. Wind gusts up to 20 miles an hour. It's just not too bad, but the thing is that, bursts of heavy snow, gusty winds leading to blowing snow and rapidly falling visibility. So this is just a big problem for, traveling and stuff like that. Most people shouldn't be traveling at this point, but obviously there is people that is still out traveling around these regions, which definitely could be a problem. I do have live cameras in Des Moines. I might see, let's see if we can see any of that snowfall coming down. Oh, here we go. There you go. That's in Des Moines right now. There's a live camera coming down right now for Des Moines. So even the roads look pretty covered. I mean, they're starting to get covered anyway, so it's starting to look a little bit iffy. Yeah, but these cars got to be careful for that, for slick spots, obviously being a big problem. Here's another one. Wow, look at that camera. That one's a lot higher resolution, but yeah, once again, roads look like they're starting to get a little covered. Also, bridges are the most dangerous because air under the bridges can cool down the overall bridge faster than the air can cool down the actual road, the actual pavement, if that makes sense. So here's another camera out there. I mean, it's coming down. It's definitely coming down pretty good out there for some of these regions. So Des Moines, Iowa, once again, heads up to y'all. We do got ourselves that snow squall warning in effect there. Let's see. Anyways. Let's see. I am ready. Justin says, Andrew, I'm ready. I'm planning hot chocolate for our 9 and 5 degree day next week. Gotcha. Hey, I mean, there you go, man. Got to prepare it, man. Seriously. Make sure you got, if you have a wood stove, make sure you have enough wood. You're going to need it. You're going to need it, my friends. Not to mention potential power outage issues too. Not because of the cold. I mean, I'm sure the cold temperatures could affect that, but also because of the fact of the winter storms rolling by. Like I was explaining, for some of those areas that's going to be getting hit by that cold air, we're going to see a lot of snow as well. For those regions. Let me show you exactly. So once again, these are the accumulations that the Weather Service has for the latest information for snowfall here overall. And when it comes to it here, the greatest accumulations with this event is expected in these areas here. So these are the areas where the heaviest accumulation is expected. And in these regions, we're talking, some areas 12 plus inches. 12 plus inches in some of these areas here. So, I mean, we're talking some pretty good amounts of snowfall. Being quite likely. So y'all are very lucky. To some degree. I love snow personally, so you guys living out here, in my opinion, you're lucky. But I understand the bads of snow too. I mean, it sucks to work in, but it's pretty. I mean, at most, the most snowfall we could probably see is up in northeastern Michigan, according to the official forecast right now. Northeast Michigan could see upwards of 20 inches. Being a possibility. Now remember, this is not the worst case scenario. This is the expected amount of snowfall. So also, like I said, I'm really watching out for Chicago. Some areas could see well over a foot of snow, a little bit over a foot of snow being possible. So to my friends out there by Chicago, really I'd say the northwestern sides and the northern sides of Chicago has the greatest probability. Southern sides will be off a little bit. But I tell you, man, right around a foot as of now seems to be quite possible. Now, obviously, as we work way down to the south, slightly south of Chicago is whenever the accumulations really start to kind of drop off here. So, I wouldn't be quite surprised if the Chicago, accumulations did change a little bit. It could go either way, really. Maybe more, maybe a little bit less. But anyways, right now we're expecting about a foot of snow. But for places out there like Springfield, Illinois, you can see how it's much different than Chicago, Illinois. So the more we dig more down south, the lower the accumulations out there. So yeah, Springfield, 2 to 4 inches. St. Louis, not really expecting too much, but you're going to get a lot of that cold air coming up here. From this system as the cool air backs down from the backside overall. But yeah, no, it's definitely going to be quite a serious system, y'all. I mean, everything. I mean, you can think about it is pretty much going to be happening with the storm. Heavy snow in the south, severe storms, heavy snow in the north, severe storms in the south is going to be a thing. Let's see. Let me bring up the day 2 or the day 1 outlook here, day 3 outlook. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. I mean, yeah, a lot of the country is going to be seriously impacted by the storm here. I mean, most of the country is going to be impacted. I mean, some serious impacts across, literally like the whole eastern and central side of the country. Snow-related issues for, a lot of these areas here. Obviously, severe weather issues related for, a lot of these areas roughly in here. A little more into South Florida. So there's going to be a bunch of problems. Severe weather and pretty much all hazards. Tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds as well. When it comes to severe weather overall. Let's see here. Monster said I want my snow. I hear you. I do too, but Florida, not the best place to get snow. Let's see here. I'll be in Shelby, North Carolina Friday. How's the tornado risk looking? So right now there's no probability for the tornado risk on Friday. But North Carolina does have a decent potential for severe weather, which could include tornadoes. I think it will likely include tornadoes. So keep an eye on it. The heaviest risk for North Carolina will be out there by like Fayetteville, Lumberton area, as that's where the level 3 is. Also, you definitely should still watch out other places too. Level 2 threat by Wilmington again, Raleigh, Greensboro, those regions, even actually going up a little bit into southern Virginia there. And of course we have the level 1 threat, which, like I said, even a level 1 threat can spark severe weather, can spark some damaging storms. So got to keep an eye on it. Justin said, I really wish Indiana would get more than 3 inches of snow. Indiana, for you maybe, I don't know exactly, but for northern Indiana, we're getting a lot. For southern Indiana, we're not getting hardly any. So it really, as you can see, really changes. Let's see. See, that's high wind, says Misty. There is going to be really high winds, too, with this system, as we were talking about. You know, we'll go and hop on back here to the models there. The models were showing us, let's see, we're going to go back over here. The models were showing us getting quite a bit, actually. You know, quite a bit of, you know, like I said, quite a bit of wind gusts out there. Let's go ahead and hop over here to this. And we're going to pull up the GFS2, and we're going to hop down to the southeast here. There we go. And we can actually see here, as the system rolls through, winds are going to get pretty gusty. I mean, we're talking like 50, possibly up to like 60 mile per hour wind gusts. You know, just based off winds alone. I mean, even the storms themselves could cause more gusty winds, higher, maybe up in the 70 mile per hour wind gust territory. Theoretically, could be possible. Really windy, really windy. I mean, let's go ahead and actually look more up north too. I think Mid-Atlantic's gonna get pretty windy as well. Let's see here. Oh wow, look at that. Even the Ohio Valley getting very windy here. So I mean, really just a lot of the east in general. Mark, oh shoot, Mark, are you still here, man? Well, if Mark's here, he's going to be in the possibility of nearly 60, 70 mile an hour wind gusts according to GFS. That's one model's opinion, by the way. Obviously, you know, never good to just trust that alone. But I mean, but even the European model was showing quite a bit. Wow, Euro even shows more. That's surprising. Holy cow. Okay, so yeah, Mark, if you're here, dude, you're gonna want to watch out there. So upper elevations there of West Virginia possibly could be really windy. That's an issue. I actually have family up here as well. I have family throughout Virginia and West Virginia, so I'll have to let them know about the winds. That's going to be pretty strong. So those upper elevations there. Same thing for even like the Smoky Mountains and stuff like that. Western North Carolina, in the Tennessee, eastern Tennessee, for those upper elevations of the Appalachian Mountains. Yeah, seriously. I mean, 60, 70 plus mile an hour wind gusts seems quite possible. Quite possible. Let me look at the blend here. Overall, yeah, I'm curious to see what the blend has to say. I mean, shoot, you know it's bad whenever even the blend shows 60, 70 mile an hour winds there. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Let's see. It's been windy the last couple of days. It has. You know, because we had a similar system to this came through here recently. Yesterday and the day before, big pressure drop, a seriously strong low pressure system, which really dropped the pressure quick over a lot of areas, which caused it to be really windy. Yeah, and it's happening again. Let's see here. I don't know about the severe weather being likely in the southeast Friday. None of the models are lining up for significant severe weather. Not expected lower level jet. Well, even April, even in a low cape environments with high shear, anything could, you'd be surprised with the magic that could pop off. I mean, for these early setups in the beginning of the years, typically cape is not, or it is kind of hard to find. Cape is kind of hard to find. And if you have enough wind shear, a lot of magic can happen with little cape. And forecasters are obviously seeing that too. So, anyways, Van says, could I ask how much snow Ontario could get? So here's the thing, my friend. A lot of the models and the overall forecast I do doesn't really show too much. I can't really look up Canada. What I can show you, though, I can show you this. I mean, the accumulations across, obviously Eastern Canada could be pretty high as well, upwards of around 12 inches. You might be able to see where you're at here, and hopefully my cursor goes over somewhere around you. I mean, obviously I'm just kind of scanning across Canada here. So stop it. Pause the video if I go over your area there. But yeah, I mean, it could get pretty crazy. But also, you guys go off of centimeters too. We go off of inches here in the U.S. So that's another thing that's a little difficult. Let's see. How fast were the winds for Michigan? About the same, actually. About 40. Here, stop back over here. The blend of models has like Michigan getting up pretty. Yeah, look at that, around 40s, 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This would be here for basically right around the heaviest would basically be for the late 12th, early 13th. Probably the late 12th. Let's see here. All right, see you later, Nancy. Let's see. Just off the middle of Lake Erie. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Let's see. Hopefully we can get a really big snowstorm out here in Mount Airy, Maryland soon. Haven't had much anything lately. Gotcha. Yeah, Maryland hasn't seen too much. We did have that one storm that got close. I mean, obviously West Maryland got a decent amount of snowfall out of it, but out of a really juicy snowstorm, not quite yet. Not quite yet. I mean, there's really nothing in the works either for those areas really getting hit either. Let's see here. All right, let's hop over to the GFS here. We're going to take a look at the overall picture again and see what's supposed to happen. So let me go ahead and load that up. Oh, shoot. Come on. There we go. Okay, so obviously, the snow, as we've been talking, is going to really start to pop off here for tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. That's also right around whenever the severe weather is going to start, is late tomorrow. So that we'll look out there for that. The low pressure system is going to track over the Midwest here, dragging a lot of snow up there towards Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin for the morning of the 12th, and even across the Ohio Valley. I mean, look at that low getting really strong. Michigan getting heavy snowfall. Northern Pennsylvania possibly according to GFS here too, as that line of storms also rolls through these regions here. When it comes to it here, also, like I said, when it comes to other models like CMC, really good amount of snowfall for a lot of the central plains, upper Midwest, upper Ohio Valley, and even on the back end side. That's another thing. On the back end side of the storm here, there's a possibility that a bit of that, obviously as the cool air starts building in from from up north down into these areas in the Ohio Valley. As the cool air rolls down, whatever remainder of precipitation we have lingering from the system will be cold enough to transition into snow. Now, it wouldn't be really heavy snowfall. I mean, you probably wouldn't get much accumulations out of it. I mean, it's probably going to be quite light, and maybe in terms of showers overall. But what is CMC showing? Wow, dude, CMC shows a deep snowstorm here. GFS does too? What? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that as well. But anyways, what we were talking about is that, could definitely spark off some snow across portions of like the Ohio Valley and stuff, behind it. Let's see here. Let's see, the car went down to the ditch. Oh, are you okay? That's not good. So we got stuck in South Dakota. Yikes. That's not good, my friend. Hopefully everything turns out all right for you, man. Let's see. Will Kentucky get severe weather? Just joined in. So Kentucky actually does have a little threat for severe weather. It's a marginal risk, level 1 threat here for Friday. Friday does have a risk for severe weather across Kentucky, which, like I said, the marginal, there's a scale from 1 to 5, 5 being the worst potential, 1 being the lower potential. We're on a 1, which is the lowest level for severe weather possible. But like I said, what it means, though, is that severe storms are still possible. Like I said before, I mentioned earlier, you said you just joined, so you weren't here for this. There is no breakdown right now for the probabilities of tornadoes, large hail damaging winds. There's no probabilities. I think your main problem would actually probably be winds, honestly. But we'll see. Anthony says, any chance Ohio will get snow? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ohio's actually expected some areas quite a decent amount. Here's Ohio. This is the latest accumulations here from the National Weather Service here. Depends on where in Ohio, but, I mean, not a whole lot, but there's some areas that could get decent. I mean, mostly the northern side has the greatest potential. We were monitoring areas like Cleveland, possibly getting maybe 3 to 6 inches in some areas, possible. A little more in the upper northwestern side of Ohio. Looks like Columbus area, though, you'll be lucky if you get an inch. Cincinnati, lucky if you even get a dusting, honestly. But yeah, it seems like the northern sides has the greatest potential for snowstorm. Let's see. But yeah. See you later, Caden. Thanks for joining, man. Have a wonderful night, my friend. So yeah, so like I said, we'll have to watch out there for the snow problem. Like I said, guys, the heaviest snowfall is going to occur across portions here of like northeastern Michigan. We're talking, like I said, at most, maybe around like 20 inches up in the northeastern side here of Michigan. You know, could theoretically be possible. I mean, once again, this is the expected amount of accumulation out there. I mean, this is how much we are expecting overall. This is not even the high amount. I'm going to look at the worst case scenario, honestly, which, remember, this is a 1 in 10 chance of happening. I'm curious. Oh, wow. Wow. Worst case scenario has Chicago getting 2 foot. Remember, guys, this is likely not going to happen, okay? Huge disclaimer to that. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, worst case scenario is pretty nasty. Pretty nasty there. Like I said, once again, that's worst case scenario. But yeah, that's definitely quite a bit. Let's see least case scenario. This is like the lowest end. I mean, even like the worst case scenario still has Chicago getting nearly a half a foot of snow. But that's also a 1 in 10 chance of happening. So the 50th percentile, the expected amount of snowfall, shows Chicago getting like over a foot of snow still, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Let's see. So yeah, we'll definitely need to keep an eye out there for that. I'm going to hop over here real quickly, back to radar for a minute, y'all. We do have a snow squall warning in effect here east of Des Moines. They did just reissue that here a moment ago, literally a few minutes ago, or not even that really. So east of Des Moines, we have a really nasty snow squall going through these regions here. Pretty strong line of snow. That is that. Yeah, definitely is coming down pretty good from what it looks like. So definitely we are seeing a bit of heavy snow there. Let me see. Let me pull up my cameras again here. We do have cameras out there east of Des Moines, I think, as well. We do. That we do. Let me see if I can find any good ones. Any good cameras? Here, let me help you all over here. So here's some cameras out in Iowa. So we have that. So that was east of Des Moines, between Prairie City. Okay, so we'll have to look at one of these guys. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's like whiteout almost. You see that? That is, I mean, you can't even see anything over there. Yeah, that's like nearly whiteout conditions in those regions there. Yeah, and by the way, that's out there by like Mitchellville, near Des Moines, just east of Des Moines slightly. Just on the outskirts of Des Moines, it's Mitchellville. Yeah, that's pretty hefty. See, 30 inches of snow is very unlikely, but at the same time, not impossible. Yeah, I mean, it's the worst case scenario. Meaning that it's the worst case scenario. But it's unlikely to happen that high. Let me do this actually. There we go. Got both the radar and everything up there. So yeah, the camera. So there's Des Moines right there. The camera is located right here towards Mitchellville, somewhere in there. Pretty interesting. Also, yeah, these areas are getting a bit of snowfall. Let me look at the accumulation here in the next 24 hours. There we go. Yeah, out of this, probably not going to get a whole lot of accumulation across from this band or so. I mean, let's see. Yeah, they don't really talk about accumulations, do they? Well, let's see here. So we're talking like, wow, 30, mostly like 30 DBZ, locally up to 35. I have a thing here that tells me. Hold on, let me pull it up here. Here we go. Got it. Yeah, that's got to at least be about 2 inches per hour. Yeah, but like maybe 1 to 2 inches an hour snowfall rates. Yeah, it's definitely coming down pretty good out there. Let's see here. Columbus, Georgia. Yeah, you guys got a bit of severe weather coming in. For Georgia in general, I should say. Let me pull this up real quickly. Day 3. Day 3. And I'm gonna remove the. Okay. Yeah, let me bring it over here. So yeah, this is Friday's concern for severe weather. I'm also gonna turn that on too. Anyways, yeah, but Columbia. Wait, did you say Columbus, Georgia? That's right, Columbus, which I think. Shoot, where was Columbus? Oh, there's Columbus. That's right. And I knew it was on one of the edges. So yeah, Columbus. Yeah, you're right in the middle of the enhanced risk, my friend. So possibly 10%, Tori. We're watching it. It might stay as 5. We'll see. There's no breakdown as of right now regarding the the tornado probability and severe winds and hail. There's no breakdown quite yet on that, but we are seeing that enhanced risk, which has a significant potential. They even mentioned significant severe storms possible or expected. So. Let's see. What's up, Andrea? Hope you are doing good, my friend. But yeah, so that's when that's gonna pop through. Let's see. I'm gonna hop over to NAM here. We're gonna pull up precip type. There we go. I think I messed up my my settings somewhere in the models. Shoot, I was looking at the radar, wasn't I? Hold on a minute. There it is. That's what I was messing with. I made DBZ like really high. There we go. Wow. According to this, might even be a little bit of ice according to NAM. NAM 3K across like Kansas City. I mean that's just one model though. It's just one model. Will this be a moderate risk? I doubt it. I doubt it. Yeah, I don't think so. Let's see here. Jennifer! Coming in here with a $10 super chat, my friend. Thank you so much. Say, I live in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. I think we are in for it. Jennifer, thank you for the 10. Holy cow, that's very sweet of you. I appreciate that very much. I will definitely look at your location, my friend. Let me pull this up here. But thank you. That's very sweet of you, my friend. That is very nice of you. All right, so obviously, yeah, not severe weather or anything, but yeah, you look at this. So you are definitely going to be getting some snow. It looks like the snow's going to start. Yeah, you're getting kind of 2 bands of snow. So you might get a bit of snow tonight. It looks like a little bit of a band here. Developing right around like mid-morning, maybe around like 3-4 a.m. And of course the big boy, the big storm, It's going to be rolling through here for basically the late morning, early afternoon of the 12th, and then continue in through literally the morning of the 13th and stuff, and continue. But yeah, no, you, my friend, you are definitely in for it. Let me show you the accumulations here for your region as well. Yeah, definitely Michigan's one of the heaviest areas. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at that. 17 inches out there, my friend. 17 inches of snowfall expected. Obviously, you can't be specific with that, but I would say about 15 to 20 inches is possible. 15 to 20 inches of snowfall seems like a good margin. Like I said, it's obviously good to range your data. You can't obviously put an exact number on it because it'll for sure be different than that most of the time. But yeah, no, you're talking a good amount. You're talking well over a foot, maybe nearly a foot and a half possible. So enjoy your snow, my friend. Enjoy your snow. But Jennifer, thank you once again. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate that. Very, very nice of you. And be careful, my friend. Let's see here. April says somebody in the upper Midwest potentially get thunder snow. Considering those rates, potential snowfall rates, possibly wouldn't be surprising, honestly. Let me hop back to radar for a minute. I mean, like, yeah, once you get really heavy snowfall rates, you get a lot of friction in the atmosphere between or amongst precipitation, and that can spark some light or static charge building up. Let's see here. Alex, welcome to the Tropical Storm Team, my friend. Welcome aboard. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Alex. Very sweet, my friend. I appreciate it. Can Michigan send some snow to Indiana? Can Michigan send some snow to Florida, please? It wouldn't last. It wouldn't last a day down here. Definitely wouldn't. Let's see. Perfect. Thanks for subscribing, man. Appreciate it. All right, we're gonna hop on back here, but yeah, we'll do some zip codes here, y'all. We'll do a couple zip codes here for you guys. I know you guys are probably anxious to meet, with the zip codes and stuff. So, if y'all have any zip codes, feel free to throw them down. I'll do a couple. Don't spam them, please. One at a time. One at a time. Only post it once until you can't see it in chat no more, and then you may post it again. If I don't answer. But, yeah. Honestly, I would honestly probably say just wait like 5 minutes before you repost it. All right, let's see your pilot, 37188. 37188. Let's see here, Tennessee, my friend. Okay, severe weather related. You got a marginal level 1 threat. I think damaging winds is going to be your main problem, honestly. It shows that line of storms potentially rolling through here for the late morning of the 12th, but you're in a marginal. There's no breakdown for that. Thanks whoever put that on slow mode. Let's see here. Milo 38019. 38019. Let's see here. Tennessee. Same thing applies for you, my friend. Yeah, you're a little west of Pilot. You're up by Memphis. You're actually right on the edge. You're right on the edge of that severe weather concern there. The odds of you getting severe weather is actually very low. I think your odds are really not in your favor of seeing severe weather. So, yeah. Wyatt's 38451. 38451. Tennessee. Wow, a lot of people in Tennessee. Holy cow. It's our third one in Tennessee in a row, man. Yeah, same thing for you, man. When it comes to the events, there's no breakdown quite yet, but there is a marginal risk here. Storms will be popping off here late morning or early afternoon on the 12th. But, odds of you seeing severe weather, like I said, is a stray potential. Stray threat. Polar vortex, 13302. 13302. New York. Gotcha. Wow, apparently you have a thunderstorm threat up there? How? Anyways, I think the odds of you seeing severe weather is obviously not there, but thunderstorms alone, I think still even really low. You're north of Syracuse. You got potential. You got potential, man. I think you're going to see maybe between 4 and 8 inches. 4 to 8 inches of snowfall being a possibility out of the storm here. Yeah, it'll probably start off as a bunch of snow showers. It shows it gapping, but yeah, my the model doesn't go that far yet on there. But yeah, no, definitely a decent amount, my friend. Shows that line going through Pennsylvania. Interesting. All right. So let's pull a vortex. Columbus, Ohio is Rhonda. Columbus, obviously no severe weather expected out there. You'll be lucky if you get an inch of snow, my friend. Going to get a bit of rain. As you can see, mostly rainfall. On the back end side, though, it'll like possibly change into snowfall for basically the evening of the 12th into the morning of the 13th. A bit of snowfall could follow right behind that, so it's a possibility. Possibility. Let's see here. Okay. See that okay. So the polar vortex, we did Rhonda. What's up, James? Hope you're doing good. Catman Sunday 74037. You're in Tulsa, man. I remember Catman's. Okay, so we do. Wow, yeah, Tulsa's not included in the severe weather threat. Honestly, according to NAM, there's a bit of a snow, little snow chunk. I call it snow chunk. Maybe rolling by Tulsa, but even then, it wouldn't do anything really for you. So I don't see much crazy weather for you, man. I think you're going to be relatively cool, relatively fine. Let's see. Quiet wants me to take a look here at. What's up, Samuel? Quiet wants me to take a look here at 37849. 37849. Another Tennessee. Yeah, we got a marginal level 1 severe weather threat out of 5. So obviously level 1's a lower end threat for severe weather, but there's still a potential. Why is that 3D? There we go. The main line will be happening probably for the late afternoon, evening of the 12th. Possibility of a few snow showers, according to some models, that follow after for the morning, late 12th, early 13th. Possibly. Oh, man. Excuse me. But yeah, so that's a possibility. All right, let's see here. Oh, my gosh, Alex! Thank you for the 5, my friend. I appreciate that. Alex coming in here with a $5 super chat, dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate that very much. That's very sweet of you, bro. Thank you, thank you. That helps me out a lot. Did I get caught up in the... Wait. Oh my gosh, did I miss a donation? Alex donated 10 as well. Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. Oh, man, I'm so sorry, Alex. I did not mean to miss. For some reason, it missed. Yeah, because we had Jennifer's and we had Alex and... Oh, my God, dude. I'm so sorry, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, dude, for the 15 now. I'm sorry, man. That's the first time I missed a donation, but I'm glad I caught it. I'm glad I saw it, man. Thank you. Very sweet of you, man. I just got too caught up in zip codes, honestly. But that's no excuse. Wow, dude, I really got far behind. Holy cow. Okay, I'm gonna go over to the latest here. I'm gonna keep down. I'm not gonna do it in a list line. I'm just gonna keep up with the latest chat. How about that? The last comment I look at whenever I'm ready for it, I'll do it. Let's see. Soaring wants me to take a look here at 72562. 72562. Arkansas. First one in Arkansas. So here, when it comes to it, actually, I think, yeah, you're in a marginal risk, my friend. You're in a level 1 severe weather threat for tomorrow. We do have a 2% tour, I believe. 2% chance for tornadoes. Polar Vortex with a 5. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Polar Vortex. I appreciate it. Saying thank you, as always, my favorite weather channel. Thank you, Polar. That's very sweet of you, man. But for Arkansas there, 2% tornado threat for you, 5% chance for damaging winds, and 5% chance for hail, actually. So all hazards, but low-end hazards. So, but Polar, thank you. Appreciate it. Xander wants me to take a look here at 52255. 52255 for Iowa. Gotcha. Okay, so you, my friend, you're in the nose of Iowa, I call it. So yeah, you're definitely going to be getting a bit of snow here. Your heavy snow, actually, I mean, you're getting a little bit of snow possibly tonight as well. Not a whole lot. Possibility of a couple inches though, maybe, if you're lucky. The main event here, we have obviously got a pretty big snowstorm coming through here. Starting for the early commute of the 12th, like right around midnight. So it'll start to roll through. You're gonna be cutting close to that rain line though. Look at that, you're getting real close for the late morning, but then you somehow come back into the snow, and of course it ends sometime in the morning of the 13th. Accumulations out there by you is actually pretty decent. We are talking nearly a foot of snowfall for that area, man. So have fun with your snow. Good potential. All right, let's see here. Carl wants me to take a look here at, let's see, 31906. 31906 for Columbus, Georgia. Yeah, we actually talked about this area a little bit ago. Columbus is in the level 3 severe weather threats. There's no breakdown for severe weather quite yet. So obviously there's no breakdown for tornadoes. There's no breakdown for damaging winds in terms of their percentages. But what we do know is that there's an enhanced risk, which is a level 3 on the spectrum, which is a pretty big risk. So yes, you definitely want to watch out for Friday. Friday's your day, my friend. Be on the lookout regarding the line passing through. It'll be sometime in the late afternoon. Late afternoon, mid evening, probably of the 12th. So that is your update. So yeah, watch out there for severe weather, my friend. Let's see here. Chris Cheen wants me to take a look here at 36608. 36608. Mobile, gotcha. Mobile's actually in a risk too. Yet again, in a slight risk, severe threat level 2 out of 5. So it's on the lower end of the spectrum, but a slight risk is still a decent threat for severe weather and something you should watch out for. The quote-unquote line will be estimated to roll by the afternoon of the 12th, maybe late morning. We'll have to see. See how that rolls through, but you're definitely in an area we should watch out there for. Tinkle wants me to take a look here at 29630. 29630. Let's see here. This is for South Carolina. Gotcha. Now this area is actually right on the edge, dude. Right on the edge between the marginal and the slight risk. So obviously, we'll keep it out there for those areas. You're at risk, yes, for severe weather. We'll keep an eye on it, but you're right on the edge of the marginal and the slight. So, I mean, chances, although not so great, it's possible. Let's see here. Alex coming with another 5, man. Thanks, dude. Alex is the man here today. Thank you so much, Alex, for another donation, my friend. That's very sweet of you, bro. I appreciate that very much, Alex. Thank you. Thank you, Andrew, for subscribing. From a fellow Andrew. My name's Andrew, by the way, too. So, got the Andrew Club. Thanks, Andrew. Also, Hunter, dude, coming to the $2 super chat. Thanks, man. Y'all are so generous. Y'all are so sweet. I love y'all. Say anything possible for 75778. 75778 for Texas. I think this area is in the risk on day 2. So tomorrow. Yes. So today, actually, or no, tomorrow. Sorry, it's not the new day yet. I'm used to being up really early for the 8.5-hour stream we did yesterday. Yeah, it was crazy. Anyways, but yeah, so we are at risk, level 2 threat, my friend. So we do have a 5%, actually, I think we have a 2%, actually. 2% chance for tornadoes, 15% chance for damaging winds, and a 15% chance for hail, which basically, the reason you have a slight risk is between hail and damaging wind probabilities, overall. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at there, my friend. Black Tip says, I'm lazy to check the HODOs in at 850 millibars, or in 850 millibars, but can I check 30215? 30215, Georgia. Okay, let me change back to day 3. So yeah, you know that your threat is on Friday, more than likely. Enhanced risk for you, south of Atlanta. So decent threat. You might know, if you look at HODOs and stuff, you definitely know how the SPC probably works. At least I believe you probably do, assuming you do. But the way that this is, we have ourselves an enhanced risk, but there's no breakdown to tornado probability, damaging winds, or hail. You said you were too lazy to look at hodographs, so I will look at one for you. I'll look at one for you. It seems like the instability is quite weak, according to some models out in those regions, which is definitely pretty interesting. But the hodographs down, so I'm saying, some of the models really show difference. Here's GFS here. I mean, very high wind shear profile. I'm going to grab a sounding. There's not going to be any instability on it, but I want to see the kinematic structure here. Lower level dynamics. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we have that lower jet over there easily, 50 plus knots, 50, 60, good lower level, 513 surface kilometer SRH. So, I mean, yeah, definitely winds to support tornadic activity, but just it all comes down to the amount of instability that's available. But like I said, you know, even in low Cape, high shear environments, I mean, you have some pretty magic stuff that can happen. Alex, dude, another 5, man. Oh, dude, that's so sweet, bro. I appreciate that so much, man. Wow, dude. Thank you, Alex. Dude, that's very sweet of you, man. Thank you, Alex. You are so sweet, my friend. Very, very nice of you. Let's see here. Wolf Lover, once we take a look here at 24216. 24216 here. This is for Virginia, actually. Wow. Okay, so this area, right on the edge of a severe weather possibility. There's a marginal risk to the west, but odds of you seeing severe weather is extremely low. You'll have the cold front roll through you right around the evening of the 12th, possibly. So we'll have to keep an eye out there for it. Yeah, could turn into a few snow showers late 13th. Sorry, late 12th, early 13th. Yeah, pretty soon after the cold front passage as things start to really cool down. But no big threat, my friend. Let's see here. Kayla, what's up, Kayla? St. Andrew, anything possible for 46176? 46176. Let's see here. Indiana. Okay, I think you have a potential. Okay, so right now the Weather Service has you clocked in at about an inch of snow possible. You're going to see mostly rain to start, as you can see, and then it's going to turn into possible snow for the evening of the 12th, into the morning of the 13th, and then it should be out later morning. Crystal, coming with a $1 super chat. Thank you, Crystal. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Crystal. That's very nice of you. Thank you so much. But, yeah, so possibly up to an inch or so. But, Crystal, I appreciate that very much. Let's see here. Samuel 39183. 39183. Let's see here. Vicksburg. Okay, so this area, my friend, we are in a slight risk. Level 2. Level 2 threat, my friend. So when it comes to it, yeah, definitely need to watch out there for this region here overall. There's no breakdowns for the exact probability of severe weather. There's no breakdown between the tornado, large hail damaging wind threat as of now. Tomorrow's live stream, will be live for the main event here, actually. We'll be live tomorrow night overall. Alex, dude, again, man? Are you serious, bro? Dude, Alex with another 5? You are the man, dude. I appreciate that. See, my name is Alex, and let's see here, and I live in Largo. Let's see, severe weather today. Wow. Well, dude, I appreciate your support, man. That's very sweet, my friend. Anyone hearing a crazy sound come through every... that right there, that's the donation. That's the little marker. Here, I'll turn it off. But thank you, guys. I appreciate it, especially Alex, dude. Big shout out to you, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. But yeah, this area definitely should watch out for severe weather, though. Morning storms possible. Looks like a late morning potential. But yeah. Mark, you're back. Mark, did you hear what I talked about your location for winds? Did you hear what I told you about that? Let me know if you were here whenever I talked about the winds for your area, because I need to, if you don't know, I need to tell you. Renee, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. I guess Dothan, Alabama will almost get the same as it did on Tuesday. Or Dothan. Sorry, I keep on saying Dothan. I keep on calling it Dothan. Isn't it Dothan? Something like that. But Dothan here, we're talking, yeah, an enhanced risk level 3 threat, actually. A level 3 severe weather threat. Which, yeah, I mean, you're definitely in a region where we need to watch out for severe weather. I think you might have one of the best probabilities for severe weather out of it. You got to look out there for the evening of the 12th. Yeah. Evening of the 12th. Okay. Let's see here. Good night, Alex. Thanks, man. Once again, you rock, dude. How do we know if you go live? So join our Discord. We have a Discord down in the description. The announcements channel pings whenever we go live. Also, the subscribe right to the right of the subscribe button. There should be a bell. Click the bell and hit all, and you should get alerts then. But I appreciate it. All right, let's see here. Okay. Cynthia wants me to take a look here at 46410. 46410 Indiana. I see blue. Yeah, so this area is actually possibly going to see between 6 to 10 inches of snowfall. Good amount of snow, man. Could start off as a bit of snow for the morning of the 12th. We have a little bit of a little bit of rain also coming through these areas. It's going to start off maybe as a bit of snow through the afternoon. It's going to turn from rain into rain. Then it's going to transition in the evening to snow. Then snow overnight, and then that'll be where you get your accumulations. This evening and early morning snowfall. Let's see here. Alex says, next time I come in, I'll send $100. Alex, man, you do not have to do that, bro. You seriously do not have to do that. I mean, like I said, donations, like I said, y'all, you guys don't have to donate. Seriously. Like I said, it does help out. It really does. But, once again, like I said, y'all, you do not have to donate, okay? I appreciate it, though. Thank you very much, Alex. You definitely rock, man. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Next up, Brandon 29805. 29805. Let's see here, South Carolina. Okay, this area's got an enhanced risk. So same thing, my friend. We don't know the exact breakdown for day 3, which is Friday, which is the day you're going to see severe weather. We do know there's a big risk, though. Overall, we definitely do know there is a pretty big risk out there for severe weather. So keep an eye on it. It's a level 3 out of 5 threat, so it's a pretty big deal. It's going to be happening for the evening of the 12th, it looks like, for that region. Samuel 39666. All right, let's see here. 39666 for Mississippi. Gotcha. Okay, so same thing, my friend. We don't know the exact breakdown, but we are in a slight risk, level 2 threat, one lower than the area we just looked at before. Still is a decent threat. Could happen late morning as a cold fronted passage, so keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Welcome back, Andrea. See, says can't wait for the snow in North Alabama next week. It's possible. We'll see. I mean, we'll see how it goes. Let's see here. It's a very unusual weather for this time of year. Oh, it's a little different. A little bit different. Let's see here. Nevis wants me to take a look here at 36667. Let's see here. That's not in the U.S. See, Andrew wants me to take a look here at 29575 Surfside Beach, South Carolina. 29575. 29575. Gotcha. Okay, you, my friend, are in a level 2 severe weather threat. You're actually by Myrtle Beach area. Level 2 severe weather threat, so you do have a decent severe weather concern here for Friday. The timing of the storms would probably be pretty late if I was assuming. Yes, very late, early morning almost, so we'll keep an eye on it. Minchi, please don't spam. Twisted wants me to take a look here at 23040. 23040. Let's see here. Virginia. Okay, so we have level 1 threat. You're right on the edge of that, actually. Yeah, level 1 threat, my friend. So we have ourselves, I mean, theoretically, the possibility of a, theoretically the possibility here for some severe weather. It's a potential. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. The odds are very low, not very much in your favor, but like I said, once again, we don't know the breakdown for severe weather. I can tell you more than likely, obviously, tornadoes, damaging winds is a thing. Hail, I think, is going to be a problem as well. I think all hazards are an issue. But for your area, not too sure yet. All right, Michigan supercars, see, 48362. 48362. Let's see for Michigan. All right, you're north of Detroit. You got good potential, man. Wow. Possibly, we're talking maybe 8 to 12 inches. Being a good potential. 8 to 12 inches snowfall. Twist is, thanks, no problem. No problem, my friend. Tash wants me to take a look here at 11204. 11204. Let's see here. New York. Gotcha. Oh, yeah, New York City. So we're not getting any more than just rain. Also, no severe weather expected. So just a bit of rainfall expected here for the 12th and the 13th. But, yeah. Kimberly, 71303. 71303. Louisiana. Here soon, we're probably going to do more members-only live streams here. I do need to do another one. I'll probably do that tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow evening, before severe weather pops off, I'm going to do a members-only live stream. Sounds like a good idea, actually. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, we're going to do a members-only live stream. Everybody can watch. That way they can see the risk and stuff like that. But the members, this will be, the chat mode will be turned on the members only for tomorrow for zip code forecasts and all that. That way, because it gets pretty hectic with all these zip codes. Everybody's spamming them, so I can only get to so many of them. But yeah, I will do a members only live stream tomorrow. But yeah, for this area, Alexandria, slight risk tomorrow. Severe weather threat, 5% tornado threat. I have the breakdown for tomorrow. Let's see here, 5% tornado threat, I believe. Yep, 5% tornado, 15% damaging winds, and 5% hail for you, my friend. So that's that. Let's see. Moderators can talk too. By the way, Catman, you don't need a membership to talk as a moderator. Charlotte, let's see here. Once we take a look here at 35077. 35077. Alabama. This area is in a level 1 severe weather threat, actually. Not much severe weather is expected. I mean, it's possible that a stray severe thunderstorm or two could roll by. Got to watch that line more particularly. That'll be happening for the early morning, or say early evening. Sorry, early afternoon. My God, dude. Early afternoon of the 12th. So early afternoon Friday. So look out there for that. Let's see here. See Janelli, 27215. Let's see, 27215. North Carolina. Okay, yeah, this area is in a slight risk, so pretty decent severe weather threat here for Friday. Still don't know the breakdown for this area. We'll learn that here actually in about 1 a.m. I think. 1 a.m. Eastern. So yeah, but we're not gonna be live obviously then. Yeah, we're not gonna be live then, but definitely keep an eye out there for it. So keep an eye on No, we already did yours, dude, and it was not a U.S. zip code. You should get a tab for all zip codes. Ask for everyone's zip code without spamming. Didn't do them. I think it's the easiest just to read it from the chat. Janice 03062. 3062. I mean, it's just gonna happen no matter what. I can't get to everybody's zip codes. You know, it's just me being one guy and hundreds of zip codes coming in at once, and it gets lost in the chat. I mean, it's just. And then I get caught behind to the previous zip code, so it takes a long time for me to queue down the line. So it's better for me just to grab once and keep up to date with chat. Anyways, a lot of rain coming in here for the 13th. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Let's see here. Can you give me an idea on snow start time for Ottawa, Canada? So Canada, like I said, I can't really cover too much. Let me look Ottawa. Let's see here. Ottawa, Canada. Looks like right around midnight for the 13th. Got a little bit of a snow system, a little bit of snow potential for the evening of tomorrow. But the big storm system's not supposed to happen until like midnight. Yeah. Like 11 p.m. Eastern, right around the afternoon. Thomas, thanks for subscribing, man. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Spartan, 32401. Let's see here, 32401. Florida. Slight risk, my friend, level 2. Now, this area, I think, has potential to increase in probability of seeing severe weather. I honestly believe that the Panhandle has, like, the best ingredients in place. Shows the most instability, some pretty strong wind shear across this area. I think you have potential to see maybe an upgrade. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, we're still 3 days, or really technically 2 days away, but yeah, I would keep it on it. Samuel, let's see, 71295. 71295. Louisiana. Okay. You got a slight risk. I know this shows marginal, but this is for day 3. Slight risk level 2 threat for you. 5% tornado threat, 15% winds, 5% hail. Dakota call 3788. Oh, wait, hold on. That's not right. 37388. 7388. Let's see here. Tennessee. Yep, Tennessee's in the risk here for Friday. Marginal risk level 1 threat. No breakdowns yet, but I think wind damage is the main problem. More than likely 5%. We had like 5 tornadoes last night. We had more than 5 tornadoes yesterday. I mean, we tracked like at least over a half a dozen easily. Andrew says 38128. 38128 from Memphis. So yeah, there's no breakdown for this area quite yet, but definitely I think damaging winds is the main problem. So we'll keep an eye on it. I'll let you know more about that tomorrow. Siege 35564. Alabama, marginal level 1 threat. No breakdown on it. But timing wise, I can look at that real quickly. It shows that line rolling through on early afternoon, maybe around noon o'clock. Arizona, 31324, 31324. Georgia, yep. This area's in a slight risk, level 2 threat. No breakdown, but I think tornadoes and damaging winds is probably going to be your main concern. The line's not going to approach until evening, really late evening of the 13th into the evening of the 12th into the early 13th, possibly. Alex wants me to take a look here at let's see, 32571. 32571. 32571. Florida. Got a slight risk, my friend. Yep, this also has a pretty decent potential of being upgraded. We'll see. I think it's a possibility. I think it's a possibility. I did not read your thing wrong, dude. I read it exactly as your zip code post. But yeah. It's a slight risk. Pretty good probability. No breakdown yet. Let's see, 27012. 27012, North Carolina. Samuel, I already did yours, dude. So we're right on the edge of the marginal and slight risk here. Odds aren't the greatest if you sing severe weather, but you're right next to the slight risk, though. Odds aren't the greatest, but it's possible. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll see how the risk evolves and all that fun stuff. How about that? Wow, dude, look at this. Looks like that snow squall is broken up a bit in Iowa. Still got that warning, though. Yeah, we had a snow squall roll right through Des Moines, which is pretty crazy. Let's see here. Crystal wants me to take a look here at 45431. About Dayton, Ohio. Not a whole lot, my friend. About an inch of snow at max. Yeah, don't see too much potential. A lot of rain, though, it looks like, too. All right, let's see. Caden, 5. Let's see. Caden wants me to take a look here at. Let's see. Oh, did he get rid of it? Okay. Oh, he posted it lately. Caden, breaking rule. 51239. Trying to hide the spam, man. 51239, Iowa. Okay, northwest side. Just because you're mod doesn't give you those powers, man. To, you know, because not a normal person can. Okay, hold on. So this area, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So this area here, man, we're talking about maybe 3 to 6 inches be possible. We're expecting around 4 inches, but I think we'll see a little more than 3, obviously. 3 to 6 inches. I think you could see maybe a little more, possibly. But yeah. Captain says 7667 is the zip code. Okay. Texas. Okay, slight risk for that area. 2% tornado threat, 15 wind, and 15 hail. Yeah, Caden just got called out. See you later, Rhonda. Have a great night. What's up, Elvis? Got the official Elvis Presley in here. What's up, Michael? Just showing you tonight. What about 80138? Let's see here. 80138. Colorado. No severe weather. I can tell you that one. But Denver. Southeast of Denver. Oh, I was in Wyoming. How did I get there? Anyways, but Denver, not a whole lot. I mean, we have a little bit of snow, maybe up to an inch. Possible. Not much. Oh my god, the zip codes, they never end. It's an endless hallway of zip codes. When I get to the end of the hallway, there's more that appear. Heartless Soul, 44805. 44805, Ohio. Not a whole lot of snow out there. Maybe 1 to 3 inches, possible. Yeah, not a lot. Frog, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. Elvis Presley. Sorry, PowerPoint. I'll get to Elvis here. 30318. 30318, Georgia. Yep, got an enhanced risk, my friend. So there's no breakdown. We're right on the edge of the enhanced risk here. No breakdown for the exact probabilities of severe weather, but all hazards, I think, is a problem. Definitely, we'll keep an eye on it overall. Anyways, Elvis, 37887. Tennessee. Marginal, level 1 threat, my friend. I think wind damage is going to be the main problem up here. But yeah. Let's see here. Harley says, thank you, dairy farmer. I have to go to work no matter what. Wow. Gotcha. That's pretty cool. Big respect to the farmers. I grew up in a farm town up in Virginia. And y'all don't get enough attention, I can tell you that. All right, let's see. Okay, I'll do a couple more, guys, and then we're gonna roll off here tonight. We've almost been live 2 hours, and it's getting late, so I'll do a couple more. Who's those lucky people gonna be? Okay, let's see here. All right, Charlotte, 30427. 30427, Georgia. Enhanced risk, my friend. You're into level 3, the maximum severe weather threat here for Friday. Good potential of seeing severe weather. Looks like the line will approach here really late, really evening of the 12th, early morning of the 13th. So we'll keep an eye on it. Okay. Host has just joined Discord. Oh. All right, sounds good. Top weekly super chat, dude, for real. Misty, yeah, in the big stream or the stream we had yesterday, the 8.5 hour live stream. Misty went absolutely crazy. That was crazy, absolutely crazy. See here, Charlotte coming with a $10 super chat, my friend. Thank you so much, Charlotte. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much, Charlotte. Y'all, please give Charlotte a big thank you. That's very sweet of you, Charlotte. Thank you so much. Big thank you. Let's see, Barbara, 52501. 52501 for Iowa. Okay, southeast Iowa. This area actually has really good potential for some snowfall. About 6 to 10 inches of snow out in that region, being a good possibility. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. Andrea says 10. All right, bye everyone. See you later, Andrea. Don't understand that, but all right. Let's see here. Chai, once we take a look here at 08527. 08527, New Jersey. Nothing but a bunch of rain. No severe storms, nothing. You're going to be getting a lot of rain here for the evening of the 12th through the morning of the 13th overall. So that is that. What's good, Charlotte? I appreciate that. Very sweet of you. Let's see here. Michael, thank you for the 5, man. Appreciate it. So have some Big Red on me. I appreciate it. The bad news is, though, they don't sell Big Red in Florida. They sell it on Amazon, surprisingly. But it's like really, really expensive. So, Michael, I'll save that up to buy some. Let me actually look and see how much it is. I will save that up to buy some Big Red. If you don't know, that goes back in my when I lived in Kentucky. I drank Big Red on stream. But thanks, Michael. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, there it is. Look at this. Ready? I'm not gonna show my screen, but okay. So for a 12-pack to get delivered, it's $22. $22 to get a 12-pack. A single case of 12-pack delivered. That's not even including shipping. Shipping's another $3. And not to mention, delivery is not for another week and a half. It's crazy, man. Carlos, thanks for everything you do. You're very welcome, my friend. No problem. All right, I'm going to do like 2 more zip codes, and then I'm going to roll off. I'm going to start off with Rex, 60517. 60517. Illinois. Oh, Chicago. Gotcha. Yeah, Chicago's going to get hit hard by this one, it looks like. About a foot, maybe a little more in some localized sectors. Could be possible. Tomorrow's live stream start time will start at 8 p.m. Eastern. It'll be a members-only live stream for zip code forecast for tomorrow night's severe weather. After that live stream ends, depending on how long severe weather takes to start, we'll go live for severe weather. That's the plan. see here. But yeah. Thank y'all for subscribing. Appreciate it. But we'll do one more zip code. Who's going to be? Who's going to be the first zip code? The next zip code that pops up will be the last one we get. Still nothing as of now. Let's see here. That's for how you keep us updated. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, y'all. Thank you for the kind words and the support, y'all. You guys are the best. I love y'all very much. Want to make sure y'all are safe, and not to mention on top of that, I just enjoy tracking the weather, man. It's always been my thing since I was little. You want to see something? You guys are in for something special. Stick around for a minute, y'all. I'm gonna show you something very special. Very, very special. Extremely special, actually. More special than you could ever imagine being special. So special that it makes special being special. So it's special. Very, very, very special. Look at this. You want to see young Andrew? Look at young Andrew. That was me forecasting on my Wii when I was little. Look at that. That was Andrew. This year, let's see, what year was that? 12 years ago. That was 2011. 2011. Let's see, I would have been 9 years old. 9 years old. Wow, dude. Here, let's see. Can I show my face? But I want to see if I can show my face. Oh. I look like I'm getting into something. Look at that determined Andrew. I was little. Oh, man. All right. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. I forgot about the zip code. Oh, shoot. Who was it? Who got it? Who got the last zip code? Ah, my bad. Stop, cat, man. Stop with the horrors. It's not cool, man. Dude, that's crazy, though. That was 12 years ago, man. 12 years. It just goes to show you how long I've been doing this. Says you're young, but I do. Even though I might be young, I have a lot of experience when it comes to weather events. That's for sure. Yes, it was the Wii. Okay. I mean, come on. A kid back in the early 2010s, late 2000s, everybody had a Wii in their house. His zip code first. Wait, that was my first zip code forecast. Oh my god. Wait, his zip code first. Who is zip code first? Quiet Kids. Okay, got it. Got it. 31024. Ponderosa, I got you too, my friend. 31024. 31024. I'm glad I remembered that, honestly. I wanted to show that at some point on the channel. Enhanced risk, level 3. So, yeah, no breakdown yet, like we talked about. Georgia, this area, has a pretty good threat for severe weather. The line will be hitting in the evening. No time exact, no time to be for sure. Ponderosa, 35801. That's the last one for tonight. 801, Alabama. Marginal, level 1 threat. I think mostly wind damage up here is going to be the concern. But yeah, still love my Wii. Oh, me too. Dude, we are awesome. Wii's are awesome, I should say. How many confirmed tornadoes yesterday? I know there is more than a half a dozen. 18. 18. We had a lot of tornado reports yesterday. Most of them... Hold on, I'm trying to... There you go. Most of them were in the Panhandle. Wow, we had one out by St. Petersburg, apparently. Wow. What's up, Joshua? Hope you're doing good, man. One up by St. Pete. We had one, obviously a lot in the Panhandle. I think Southeast Alabama got some, too. One in South Central Georgia. Had one in South Carolina. One out there by West. North and South Carolina had one, too. What's up, Jay? Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, my friend. I appreciate it. Very much. What was the strongest? From what I saw, it was the one that hit. Shoot, it was the one that was past. It started off as a water spout. It was near Panama City Beach, right? Or maybe west of that. Santa Rosa Beach, I think. Oh, shoot, I forgot where that was at. It was one of the Panhandle, Florida ones that crossed. Yes, I remember tracking this here. Maybe Freeport area. Yeah, I think the Freeport one was probably the worst one. But anyways. Okay, guys. Well, we've officially hit our 2-hour mark. We've been live for exactly 2 hours now. We have been live for exactly 2 hours. So that's going to wrap it up here, y'all. We're going to head over to the ending screen. I'm going to go ahead and list off the donators real quickly before we roll off for tonight. So the timer's not starting yet. We're just going to go ahead and... it's a big smiley face. But we're going to go ahead and zoom out here. And I'm going to go ahead and give a big shout out once again to our donators. Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all very, very much. Donator here, first donation, starting off here with Christy Miller. Thank you so much, Christy. We had Jim. We had Callie. We had Jennifer. We had a lot from Alex, man. Thank you, Alex. Polar Vortex. We had ourselves Crystal. We had Charlotte. And we also had ourselves Michael and Jay. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, much love to you guys. Like I said, really helps me out a lot, guys. Seriously, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Much love to you all, and just like I said, just know you don't have to do that. But I will guarantee you it's going to good use with groceries and how expensive they are. But all right, guys, y'all take care. Much love to y'all. Stream's now gonna head off here in 2 minutes, so go ahead and say your final goodbyes to your friends, family, anybody you're hanging out with here in the chat. And all right, well, you guys take care. Once again, thank you for making this channel possible. Much love to you all. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Appreciate every single one of y'all. Much love to everybody. And like I said, tomorrow we'll be live again. We'll be live again tomorrow for some more forecasts. Tomorrow's is a members-only forecast at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. Everybody will be able to join it, but members will be able to talk on it. Just a way to say thanks to the members, and that way the zip codes can be a little more filtered out of it. I want to get to everybody, like I said, but it gets a little crazy. It'll be easier on me as well. But yeah, we'll also do coverage tomorrow evening, as storms are expected to fire very late tomorrow. So we'll be live for that. All right, guys. Well, we got a minute to go. You guys take care. Once again, thank you, donators. Thank you, new subscribers. Appreciate the mods, too. Thank you. And everybody else who joined us, thank you so much. And all right, guys. Y'all take care. And we will see you all tomorrow. All right, guys. Peace out. See you then.